Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Daily Driven Exotics. This is going to be a fun episode. Gonna be a little different than the usual format. So where are we? Well, we happen to be in the city I live in, Victoria. This city is on an island. It's called Vancouver Island. You know, I've been thinking a little bit lately just how grateful I am for all the success that Daily Driven Exotics has had, and kind of wanted to tell the story about, you know, the origins and where it really all began. It began on this island, began with the help of some of my friends. And one of those friends goes way back, a little over 6 years ago now, with the very first Daily Driven Exotics productions, such as the Lamborghini WRC. That's an off-road video I shot, sliding my very first Gallardo around in the dirt here on the island, off in like the back roads of a logging road, inspired by Ken Block. I really wanted to take that concept of kind of hooning around and do like a donut video. That was all 6 years ago, and how did we end up to today? Driving a V12, literally my dream car, doors go up, manual. This is an LP640 example of the Murcielago. This is the very last Lamborghini V12 ever with a manual gearbox. Very rare, only 27 ever came to North America. I believe there's only 50 in the entire world. So we're talking like this car is 15 times more rare and unique than an SVJ. This is over 10 times more rare than an SV. So I'm very proud to have it, and I just put some gas in it, and now we're gonna go downtown and pick up my friend Nick, where it all began.
Long time no see.
Long time.
How you been?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Awesome.
Well, bro, it's good to have you on the channel. It's been a long time coming. I mean, you and I go way back, and that's kind of what I wanted to tell the story about. You know, where did we begin?
I remember you from back when you had the turbo orange Integra. So Integra buddies, you know, back in the day on the island. That was baller stuff.
It's funny how that's how Dave and I met too. Those cars brought a lot of what is DD to this day.
Yeah.
Came through the car scene of the very, very beginnings.
Yeah. Broke
and trying to do whatever we could.
Back when you had the Gallardo, we were all hanging out, a whole bunch of Honda guys hanging out at the underground taking pictures, and you just rolled in. And of course, everybody loved the car, started chatting, made friends. And then from there, we just kept meeting up and having fun. Well, everybody on the island thought you were crazy. They were like, who's this crazy driving this Lambo like a maniac? Why not? That's what it was built for, right?
100%. First video concept, dirt.
So much dirt.
Yeah,
Couple days of filling potholes and bridge. I remember racing mountain bikes out there, so it was kind of weird having a Lambo out there and just getting it dirty. Just doing whatever we wanted out there and just going with the flow, you know? 160, 180 down a gravel road, 6 inches off the rear end of a Lambo. That was wild. GoPros mounted everywhere, rocks bouncing all over the thing.
Right. We had a bit of an issue that day. I tried to do a drift.
Oh yeah, pulling into the loop to do donuts in that one spot, and you kind of.
What happened?
You kissed a tree.
I did kiss a tree.
That DMC bumper wasn't so pretty after.
I smashed the front end pretty good. $2,000 worth of damage.
A little bit of carbon fiber left in a tree.
Yeah, and that was mid-shoot, so we actually cleaned up the front end a bit, pulled out the bumper with our hands.
Yeah.
And ended up having it where
a little bit of photography, a little bit of editing magic made it work. Couldn't even tell.
You couldn't tell in the rest of that video that I did about $2,000 worth of damage to the front end. The Lamborghini Jim Kahana.
The old mill yard, the old sort yard there.
Yeah.
We had the pylons under the trailer. The rolling wheel was tiring as hell.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys were running out and get the wheel rolling.
Sliding around that trailer, driving under the gate.
Yeah, the gate at the end.
Gate at the end, that was wicked.
Yeah, that was about an inch from hitting the windshield.
Yeah, the changing tires partway through, driving home on wires because we realized no more donuts because we ain't making it back to Victoria if you do.
You know, what would you say to someone who thinks that, you know, DDE really, you know, DDE blew up, you know, as of the last year and a half, or, you know, it was because, let's say, I get this a lot, the 458 was crashed. That's when my channel really launched.
It was already booming on its own. Like before that, like the car itself, I'd see it everywhere. Like Sure, I'd see it locally, but online, I'd see that car everywhere. It was tagged, posted everywhere, so. The thing was blowing up way before the car got crashed.
Go back to the Gallardo. We changed the wheels up on that Gallardo to do
4 times, 5 times.
A little JDM style. We had the clown shoes at one point.
The Hot Wheels shoes?
The red chrome.
The red chrome. Oh man, I didn't even think that was real life when you rolled up to my house that morning.
Dude, 24 hours those stayed on and we pulled them off.
And the oil pump went, the car wouldn't start. No. I had a buddy come meet you downtown with his BCAA to get towed over to Vancouver, Lambo.
Yeah. On
your way downtown, going a little quick, you got pulled over and kind of got the range impounded. So I got a call with an 8-month pregnant wife.
Yes, yes.
So thank goodness I live, what, like half a kilometer from where you got pulled over. I got a call at 6:30 in the morning and I'm like, where are you at, Damon? I knew right away. And sure enough, he was just around the corner and Integra saves the day again, and I don't think the wife ever let you live that one down, actually.
She didn't. She didn't. I mean,
all these nice cars, and here you are back in an Integra.
You know, the things that we've gone through to get the brand to where it is has been a hike.
Oh, it has not been a cakewalk, that's for sure.
No, and I just think it's cool to talk about,
it just adds to the whole story, though.
And more importantly, to acknowledge my friends like yourself who've been there since day one, supporting me, helping me through the grind, through the challenges, building something, anything from scratch or whatever, wherever you start.
No man, it's been a pleasure watching you build, like watching this grow. It's been unreal seeing you go from a couple subscribers when we did the first video to over 1 million now. Like that's wild, man. Like props, props, Damon.
Again, we couldn't have done it without yourself and everyone who's really helped. And I like talking about the origins of the channel. The WRC video, the hitting the tree, having to fix that, figure that all out.
Just coming up with some of the ideas.
The ideas aren't easy either.
No.
And to keep them going, and now we
keep something fresh constantly that's going to keep people, engaged. Interacting and engaged. And
now we do it every day. So from Gallardos to now a V12 Murcielago, doors go up. Thoughts on this thing?
True Lambo.
Right?
Stick shift. Lambo doors, doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Beast, hey? Give that up. Don't be gentle, this is my car. You know better.
I don't like slamming people's doors, man.
And the other thing you gotta get used to is on the
opposite side.
It's on the opposite side seatbelt. Yeah, it's not by the door. You know how many times I reach over my left shoulder to get the belt and then I go, oh yeah.
Wrong car.
Oh yeah, wrong car.
V12, baby. Yeah. Oh, it sounds so nice. So nice. And ceramic brakes work too, eh?
Oh yeah. That's in the business.
Oh, I'll never forget the first time you brake checked in the E55 and you're like, what do you think of the brakes in this big thing? You almost put my face through the windshield.
And those aren't even ceramic. Those are just like
big brakes.
AMG big calipers.
Huge 6-piston or 8-piston calipers.
Madness.
Yeah. First gear.
Yeah. So favorite DD moments. Let's talk about that.
Favorite? Oh man, that's tough. There's so many.
Yeah, but like what really jumps out at you right away?
Doing donuts around me a few times, having me like literally holding the front corner of your car and you just doing donuts around me so effortlessly. In the Lambo, in the Beamer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk
in the Gallardo again, in the dirt.
Yeah, let's talk about the Beamer because that's a funny story how those cars came kind of into the picture. The reality is I had the Gallardo.
Yeah.
Beat it up. It broke 3 times. I don't know the exact term, but I believe it's the actuator pump.
Oh, okay.
It's this little pump. It's got a solenoid attached to it.
Yeah.
And that's why if you open the door on a Gallardo or like even a 430, you hear it, the priming.
Yeah.
That's the pump starting to prime the pressure so that when you get in and turn the car on, it can select gear.
Yeah.
And essentially that has constant power. So car on or off, that's why you can hear it when you open the door. It's always got power. And the problem with that system, it's a bit of a flawed system, is if you start to get any sort of bleed down in the actuator, it wants to prime. And it'll turn that on and it'll
continue priming it while the car's shut off.
Yeah, or on. So you can't turn it off and it burns itself out. And then you're stuck in whatever gear.
Literally.
And we've found that happened why we were in a hurry that morning, was at 9 a.m.
Parking's not free anymore.
Parking's not free anymore. Plus, I had to catch a ferry anyhow.
Yeah.
Where I'm going with the story is, it was to the tune of $30,000.
Yeah. It was like 8 grand once, 12 grand another, and 10 another or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're pretty good at remembering it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really afford that. The little bit of money I had at the time, that chewed up all my little bit of savings, which was really like heart-wrenching to me and my family. So I couldn't really afford to maintain that car anymore at that point. I basically got it back to where it was in new condition. And you know, it broke 3 times. I didn't know if it was gonna happen a 4th time.
Yeah.
So I was done with the car. So I took it, I brought it back to SR Auto Group and said, can you please sell this car? They sold it. So long story short, I got rid of that car and couldn't afford another supercar.
Yeah.
So I got a BMW M3 E92. And I saw the Liberty Walk kit and was like, I gotta have that wide body kit.
Yeah.
And I wide bodied, did the very first E92 M3 wide body kit.
On 20s.
On 20s in all of Canada with the help of SR Auto Group. And a shout out to SR Auto Group because, you know, my friends like Nick, but also SR, Raymond and Cyrus put so much, you know, trust in me back then to borrow cars, to build a channel.
Do donuts around us.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that a lot of the time people think that my channel just blew up and that, you know, that the people who helped DDE get to where it is today are the people that were around in the last year and a half. And it's not true. It was really the foundational people like yourself and SR Auto Group that got me through my first 5 years of hardship and my first 5 years of learning and I'm trying to understand what is this? What is this going to be? Because to start a YouTube channel, it could be anything. I mean, it can be educational, you know, it can be car reviews, which I don't do, mechanics. It can be all these things. I found entertainment was really my natural capability.
You do the things that people dream of doing in these cars.
Yeah.
And that, I personally believe, is why the channel blew up. Not because of anybody else giving you this, giving you that, because you specifically focus on, we come up with the ideas of, hey, we think, what would somebody think is cool, you know? And if we're like, that would be awesome, we know other people are gonna think the same thing, you know? Because we know car guys think a lot alike.
Hit. Yeah. You know, because nobody was doing stunts in a supercar. Ken Block, when I started my channel, Ken Block had just really even started doing Gymkhanas. He did his very first Subaru one. Yeah. And that was like super raw. It was on a GoPro. Yeah. It was like really janky footage. Into the sun, you could barely see some of the clips. Yeah. But it blew up. Yep. And that's kind of where I went, hey,
just get it out there.
That resonates with me. Doing stunts in a supercar would be cool. Yeah. And so I started to try. Yeah. And that was always the vision of what really started the channel was donuts and supercars. Yeah. You know, that was the basic. That was something I knew I could do. It wasn't high speed. The risk of screwing up was pretty low at the time. I wasn't really doing them in tight quarters, although I did fully send the Gallardo under that trailer. And had I hit that, right?
Yeah, that was full send.
And had I hit that, it would have destroyed the car.
It would have ripped the roof off.
Doors up. Well, bro, thanks for coming out today. It was good to get you out in the Murcielago. I appreciate all the things you did for me back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I want everybody to know that, like, in my top 5 people who really helped launch DDE, and I truly believe, you know, helped make it what it is today, because without no start, there is no now.
Exactly.
And you're in the top 5. Number 1's my wife. Obviously.
Number 1's.
When I invested basically our house down payment into the 458 and bought this $20,000 wing, and she was like, what are we doing? What am I doing? I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro. It means a lot, man.
Always good to have you in my life, and we'll keep an update, you know, once you get your second car belt. He has a car named Snow White. It's a white Integra. the sickest engine bay you've ever seen in a car. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Smash the subscribe button. Something a little different. You know, this is just me at home, chilling for the weekend. Nick was in town, Nick was available. The Mercy just got out of prison. So right. I thought if anyone deserves one of the first rides in this car, it's definitely my boy Nick, who's saved me on many occasions that you just heard, and is one of our biggest, you know, founders of DDE that helped. You were one of these guys that just did it just because you wanted to be a part of the movement.
I just wanted to have fun, man. Right? Honestly, the memories alone, I didn't care less about anything else, man. The memories, priceless.
Nah, I appreciate you. And well, there'll be many more memories coming in this thing in the summer. I'll bring it back up here and we'll go for another rip. We'll see you guys in the next one, and I'll see you soon. Peace.